What you should know first if you're moving or thinking about moving to Kansas City.
I'm Frankie Bellucci, Kansas City Realtor. If you're thinking about living here, I make videos to help you make smarter moves and avoid costly mistakes.
There's one thing you really need to understand before anything else. Kansas City is not one city. It's a metro. And that one detail changes everything about how you choose where to live. Because a lot of people start the relocation process the wrong way. And I don't know, they jump online, they look at price, bedrooms, square footage, kitchen, the yard, the school ratings. All of that matters. But this is where a lot of relocation buyers make their first mistake. They search for the right house before they understand the right part of the metro, and that's backwards. Because two homes, 20 minutes apart, can create completely different lifestyles, different taxes, completely different commute patterns, way different school districts, different daily routines, different neighborhood feel. Brookside doesn't feel like Overland Park. Prairie Village does not feel like Lee Summit. And Crossroads doesn't feel like Waldo. Downtown living doesn't feel like South Johnson County. So really, even though all of those places sit under the Kansas City umbrella, they're not interchangeable. And that matters a lot because if you don't understand the map first, it's easy to buy a home that you like in an area that doesn't quite fit. And it doesn't fit how you actually want to live. And that's going to become your daily frustration. Not because the house is bad, but because the fit is wrong. So the first thing that you should know about moving to Kansas City is simple. Don't start with the house. Start with the lifestyle. Start with how you want your days to feel. Do you want walkability? Do you want new construction? Do you want character? Do you want short commutes? Do you want the suburban calm? Do you want older trees, local restaurants, neighborhood personality? Or do you want planned communities, modern layouts, and newer homes? Those questions matter. And they matter more than you think because Kansas City can serve a lot of different lifestyles. But you have to know which one you're trying to build. The second thing people are going to notice when they get here is space. Kansas City feels open compared to many cities, and there's more room between houses, more trees, more yard, more sky. There's more breathing room. And for a lot of people coming from denser markets, that shift is immediate. And they feel it right away. The roads feel easier. The neighborhoods feel calmer. And the housing often feels more attainable. It's just another reason people move to Kansas City. The money goes farther. Let's be clear. Kansas City is not stuck in 2012. Prices have gone up. Good areas carry strong demand. Premium feel neighborhoods carry premium prices. But compared to a lot of major metros, buyers still tend to get more for their money here, more square footage, a bigger lot, a basement, a garage, 2 garages, an extra room for an office, a gym, or space for guests. Or maybe, and this matters too, a monthly payment that doesn't choke the rest of your life. It's a big deal because housing should support your life. It shouldn't suffocate it. And for a lot of buyers, Kansas City still offers that balance. But here's the important part. More attainable does not mean every area is the same value. Some neighborhoods are going to offer charm and convenience. Some are going to offer strength for schools. Some are going to offer entry-level opportunity. Some offer luxury, expensive. Some walkability, some quiet. You're going to get suburban function. The move gets a lot better when you stop asking, what can I afford? Really, you have to start asking, what kind of budget does that buy me and my family in this city? And that question changes the search. The third thing to understand about Kansas City is driving. We're a driving city. Most people get around by car. Public transportation exists, but daily life here, you're driving a car. For some people, that's no big deal. For others, especially if they're coming from a transit, it's an adjustment. But here's the upside. Traffic here is pretty manageable. A 20-minute commute is common. 30 minutes is less than normal. What we locals call traffic often feels pretty mild to people locating from larger markets. It matters because the commute time is less and you're going to get more quality of life. And when traffic doesn't dominate your day, everything feels easier. More flexibility in where you live. Less stress, more time back. Now, here's the caution. Because the metro spreads out, you still need to choose location carefully. A home that looks great on a search portal may create a routine that you end up hating. Really? So don't just ask, is this house nice? We got to ask some more questions. What does it look like from this address? How far is work? What can we walk to? How far is the airport? Where do I want to go? How far are the places I actually want to go? How often am I going to drive around? How often am I going to make that drive? And that is smart relocation thinking. So the fourth thing people are going to notice in Kansas City is pace. Kansas City moves a little slow. People are friendly. We're a friendly city. Conversations are going to run a little longer, and they're easy to start. Neighborhoods are just going to feel more connected. That may sound small. It isn't. For a lot of relocation buyers, that shift is one of the best parts. They move here for affordability. They move here for work. They move here because the numbers make sense. But then they stay because the lifestyle actually works. The city has real neighborhoods and real neighborhood identity. Great food, strong social businesses, strong local businesses, because the numbers make sense. But then they stay because the lifestyle actually works. The city has real neighborhood identity, great food, strong local businesses, sports, gobs of sports, parks, culture, art, and a lot of areas feel livable instead of frantic. That's got real value, especially for people who are tired of markets where everything feels expensive, crowded, and rushed. Now, that doesn't mean Kansas City is perfect. No city is. But it does mean that for many people, most of us, Kansas City offers a strong life equation. more balance, more space, more flexibility, and a metro with enough variety to let you choose the environment that fits you the best. So if you're thinking about moving to Kansas City, here's the bottom line. Do not treat this move like a house search only. Treat it like a lifestyle search. Learn the neighborhoods. Understand the map. Figure out how you want your daily life to feel. Because once you do that, everything gets easier. The areas start making sense. The pricing starts making sense. The trade-offs start making sense. And instead of just asking, which house should I buy? You start asking, which part of Kansas City fits the life I actually want? That's the question that leads to a better move. And when you answer that question well, Kansas City starts making a hell of a lot more sense for you and your family.
If you're thinking about moving, buying, or selling here in Kansas City, reach out. Call, text, DM, doesn't matter. I'll make it super easy for you. I'm Frankie Bellucci, Kansas City Realtor, and I'll help you make the right move the first time. Ciao.